Welcome back to the Spotlight. I know it's been a while, but we're back. And I was dressed by Derek Collections, and the person behind the camera is Mark Shots. We are recording live from Whitehorse Inn. I have my fellow host, Matita, and my assistant, Ruby. So, today our topic was going to be through our eyes, how we see the world, how we view the world as we see it. So the first question would be, if you were to explain how you see the world in one sentence, how would you explain it?
I first want to talk, but before you go far, you people, you've been talking about Derek, but now you see the beautiful things he does. You had asked me, does he only have suits, but today you've seen. So your question, the world as we see it. From my perspective, it's a wide thing. So when I see the world, I just see an open place. It's if you're an artist, you just have to draw something and then create it. So if someone is to ask me plainly, the world as I see it as a piece of paper that I have to draw on and create my own thing.
But then doesn't that affect the way you act, and that doesn't reveal like your true self?
Being true, I think we need to calm down and stop saying being real. Because let us be serious. There is a certain standard that is created. Yes, I may create the world on paper, but the world has a certain standard. You know that if you're to attend this event, you have to be like this. So obviously, we are told to be real, but there is a limit to our being real. It's not at all times you have to be real. We all get angry. It is not at all times you're supposed to be angry. It's just supposed to be life. It's just there. It's not perfect, but you just have to do as it expects you at that time. Because if it's to be real, I would still be the I was 5 years old, and we don't want to go there.
True, actually, how I'd perceive it, it's like a piece of art, clay that it keeps on moving, it changes, the form changes. So it's growing at some point, it has a setback at some point. So we have parts that are growing in the world, we have the evolution taking place, but we also have some parts that are also lagging behind. Yes.
For me, I would think the world is cooked because this generation is messed up. I think because people are exposed too much, like young kids, they're exposed to social media, other people's lifestyles, so they have their own point of view of how they see the world.
May I beg to interject? This thing of we are fallen generation, you're weighing with what exactly?
People are just not real with themselves anymore. That's why I asked you, are you being real?
At a certain point, you don't have to be real. Not everywhere does it happen that you have to be real. Till when?
Wait, what do you mean you're not supposed to be real every time?
It's not everywhere. There is a certain point which you're supposed to be at. When you go in a different societies, it's expect you to be in a different way. When you go to Rome, you act as the Romans do. You're not going to wake up here and say, okay, we all have different faces. It's not being a hypocrite, but you're supposed to have a different face. The other side of the coin. It's all one coin. You're not going to say because I'm always in my PJs at home, you're going to go to work in your PJs or at school. Because you are comfortable in your PJs, you have to
cut off the comfort at some point.
Yeah, cut off the comfort and become what society expects you to be. I think the problem comes where we try to overlie on what society wants us to be. They are like, you're so and so, you come from here, you've gone here, you're supposed to be this way. But there is a certain way how we are supposed to act, because come on, it's a standard that has been set for us to follow.
So basically, when you're saying you want to be real and there is a standard that has been set,
yeah,
you want to only follow that standard with no future of changing the standard.
There's some things we don't really have to change unless we know what the story that is really behind it, because some things are meant to stay the way they are.
What do you mean? No, give me an example of something that's supposed to remain the way it is supposed to.
Something is supposed to, if we understand what is really behind it, it's supposed to stay that way. Because there are some people believe in different things, right? So there are some traditions for them where they believe that if a child is born, they have to wash them in herbs as they are claiming everything they want on that child, right? It's a belief. To them, it is working. Unless you understand what is really behind it, because it's more of praying for them as you are bathing them. Unless you understand what is behind it, you will come out and fight to change it. And it's very hard to change something which you don't know what is really behind it, because come on, you don't know what's behind
so
it.
Ruby, you have a view of something that is meant to be like this is supposed to remain like that. You let the moving parts move on, and you let what is supposed to remain behind.
No, depending on why it is like that. I think we don't say the why most of the times, we just see what. But then we don't see the why is it like this. So if we have seen why is it like this, it has to stay, because if society says you have to go to this place dressed like this, there is no excuse you will ever give me for coming in your PJs when society has clearly told us it is a meeting. Because
I see some hypocrisy there. Because,
what kind of hypocrisy?
Because you're not being yourself. You know, so at some point in life, you just have to be yourself. If you're comfortable and you feel like you don't care what people think.
No, repeat what you said. At some point in life, it's not every day.
Some other thing of you following the society's perspective
Yes.
and do something because the society has put a rule.
Yes.
It's supposed to be like, sometimes it's not supposed to be like that.
If you know the why,
If you know the why.
and the why is wrong, it is okay. But if you don't know the why and you're there and people are like, you're supposed to attend a certain party, let's say nowadays people have themed parties. People can want to do their own things, and they're like,
It's evolving.
it's evolving, and people are like, okay, you have to come dressed in, let's say, casual. And you're a person who loves, I'll again go back on the PJs part. If you,
But seriously, who can get out of the house in PJs?
but people have the audacity.
Me, I can.
And
Exactly. You already have a victim
where
here.
will you be going?
No, like, I'm being myself. I'm not trying to put a face. I don't care what those people think. I can go outside with my
Seriously, let's be
PJs.
real. Okay.
I go to school.
Okay, tomorrow you have school and you're getting out of the house in your PJs. Seriously? Not being real. No.
Okay, in Uganda and around Africa, I don't think it's real, but
And don't you see?
I can.
You're
You
following
say,
the
no,
society's
no, you said the world is evolving. So if it is evolving, if it's, let's say, an official party, it's a gathering, we have minister, all that, and someone can come in, sweatpants are okay. And someone can come in sweatpants. That same person 10 years from now has the audacity to come like that. Isn't that true? Because it is evolving. So at a certain point in life, well, then people will be like, hey, they are being real. Real to who? We need to go slow on the part of being real, because it's okay. I will always say it. It is okay to be real. But then in your being real, there is a standard. There is a
you should.
yeah. Don't put the bar too. Yeah, don't put the bar too low and then be on TikTok. The bar was set too low. The bar was so low. You're the one who started originally. What are you saying?
But what Ruby is saying is somewhat confusing to some people, because you're putting on a face just to fit into society. Like, you're not asking yourself from within, what do I want? What am I comfortable
It's not
with?
about actually fitting into society. He said there is where you're supposed to be real, there is where you're supposed not to be real.
No, not to be that real.
Not to be that real. So in a society, there are those do's that are there and they have their own reasons. There are those don'ts that are there and they have also their own what? Their own standards.
Yeah.
So what he's saying, in case there is that standard that you're supposed to follow, don't put the bar so low, and also don't go extremely so high. Also go extremely so high.
Yeah.
Because I think that's something we are not trying to understand as people all around. Nowadays we are advocating for mental health. Because mental health, people's thought process, but then at the end of the day, I think we are putting it so far that we're only seeing what people want. But when you're not seeing what people want, later on, it's just going to be there, everything is there, everyone will want their own thing, and it will not be a society. Society is people working together. Because everything is good, but at the right time and in the right place with the right people.
And by the way, that point of mental health really matters. Seriously, mental health needs to be considered, because a lot is going on. People are having a lot of depression is real, guys. That's all.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, is depression not real?
It's not real.
Me, I don't think depression is real. Because
Why?
me convincing myself depression is real is what's actually going to make me feel depressed. Because I'm telling myself there is something I can't control, and that's what is going to actually affect me. Me, I think if I convince myself depression is not real, I wouldn't be depressed at any point in life.
So I ask you, so you're saying that you can control everything?
No, I can control how I react to certain situations.
It's not at all times. Do you know something called a reflex?
No, it's inbuilt, I think. So if something wrong happens in my life and then I'm supposed to feel depressed, I just look at myself from above and think, does this really matter at this point?
So, do you think all people have the same?
No,
thinking
for me,
that-
that's how I think. Me, I personally don't think depression is real.
So,
Do
you
you
don't think that you could ever experience depression
No,
at any point?
never.
Do you believe anxiety is real? Do you believe
Yeah,
anxiety is real?
anxiety at
Do you
some
believe
point.
stress is real?
At some point in life, you need to be stressed.
Yes.
Yeah.
At some point, you need to be stressed.
Yeah.
So if that is there, you can as well be depressed.
No.
Come on.
Let me
What
tell
is
you
depression
something.
to you? Let's start from there.
Depression is excessive sadness.
Mhm.
That's when something happens in your life and you're affected by it. You can't eat exactly the way you used to eat. You can't speak the way you used to speak. You're isolating yourself. So it affects many points in your life. But I don't think, to me, depression can affect me to that degree.
My dear, my dear.
You don't
You
know.
really don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Depression really exists. It does.
For me, I do.
Complete.
not.
What do you mean? No.
For me, I don't think anyone can help me with depression.
Complete.
Let me give an example. Let's say I have depression and I'm going to a doctor, for example. He's giving me these antidepressants.
Yes.
To help me. That's not going to help me solve my problem.
Do you know what antidepressants do originally?
They just make you feel like, I think they make you sleep, then you...
And no, first of all, antidepressants are temporary for when it's extremely high. It's not like it's supposed to solve. It's just a short-term thing.
Okay, therapy. Let's talk about therapy.
Okay,
Therapy. Me, I don't think someone who doesn't know what you're going through, someone who...
But when you go to therapy, it's you going to the doctor,
Exactly.
explain, I'm going through this and this. Then during the therapy session, they talk to you, they walk with you through
Yeah.
the problem.
Do you believe in coaches? Do you
Yeah.
believe in coaches?
Yeah.
And that's what they're going to do in therapy. This is someone that you're going to walk the journey with.
But I don't see the point of me explaining to someone what I'm going through, like he's going to solve it. Me, I
He's not
think...
going to solve it, but he's going to walk down with you as you solve it.
Exactly, that's the thing.
Me, I think when I'm experiencing depression, what I could do is get that out of my mind. The same way I'm getting depression being real out of my
you're just
mind.
being a Gen Z.
Like I said, this generation is cooked, so most people are depressed. So why be like most people? That's why I want to be.
No, what you're not seeing, sometimes I was learning something, they were like, you need to first see where you are. Then try seeing where you want to go, you see the future. But you remain realistic and start from where you are. So you're supposed to say, okay, I've been extremely sad for the last 3 days. How do I start with this? Let me first ask you, do you know this song? Only know you've been high when you're feeling
Low.
exactly. Have you ever been low?
Yeah.
Have you ever been low for a long amount of time?
No.
I want you to tell the truth in your heart of hearts. We are being honest.
Not for a long time.
Okay, how long is long to you?
Like past 1 week.
So wait,
Yeah.
wait, hold on. You can stay low for a whole week.
Yeah. Sometimes you're not
Wait.
in the mood.
Wait,
You've ever been low for
a whole week?
Yeah.
How many hours are those again? Those are more than 144 hours.
But
what do you mean?
That was long time.
Wait,
But
there is also being low. When he's meaning low, I don't feel like getting out of bed. I don't.
Yeah.
No,
So
no.
which low?
no,
Experiencing.
the law is when I'm just not interested in most things. But I don't think I have been depressed. Okay, I have been depressed, but
So you're not.
No.
Thank you very much. I rest my case from there. You've ever been depressed?
yeah.
It's real. It's real.
Okay, I believe I can feel depressed, but not I'm not diagnosed with depression. I'm not
If you
clinically
know,
depressed.
If you feel like, yes, you are depressed, that means depression is real.
Yeah,
And
depression is real.
there are very many causes out there. We know people get back to us and give us a hint.
Okay, if depression is real, I don't think it can affect my life that much that I can be clinically depressed where I have to rely on antidepressants to live.
No, actually, you've seen nothing.
No,
People
it's
are
all
in
about
depression to an extent. They can no longer think. Like, they don't know what is going on in Uganda. They don't know what is happening.
it's all in the mind. You can change how you think.
How? It's not like you're going to wake up one morning and you're like,
What happened?
off, on.
Do you know the causes of depression? Any?
There are many causes, but some people in this generation are normalizing it. Like, first of all, some people, they have a flat tire, they are depressed. they have.
That's being stressed. That's not being depressed. That's being stressed.
They can't be depressed.
How?
A girl is not texting them back, they are depressed. So, I think in this generation,
I know. Okay, we'll accept that.
So tomorrow when a girl fails to text you back, you'll be depressed.
no, not to me, but people in this generation are normalizing depression. That's why I don't want
And do you know why?
people to.
That thing of a girl not texting you. Many times as people, we think the world revolves around us like as we are turning and supposed to be there. But one thing we need to accept is that everyone has a life.
Yeah.
I may I may be your friend, I may be your colleague, I may be there with you, I may even be your cousin or what, or sibling. But I also have a life to live. Yes, you helped me at that point. I thank you for that. Even what you're going through, I will help you up to where I can. But I don't have to lose myself in helping you. I think it may be called being selfish, but I don't have to lose myself to help you.
Yeah.
Now that's being selfish.
No, it's not.
It's being realistic. We have
your
lives
life
to
now.
live.
Live your life. You're not supposed to live just because the other person is living. No.
What he's trying to say is, if he sees someone who needs help, it's not his problem. He can't help.
No.
That's what he's trying to
No, not that. Okay, I may do that, but what I'm saying is that even when people are helping you, they still have lives to live. I still have my own thought process. I still have my things to do. Every day it's a new chapter, new characters.
A problem, and I see, Ruby, you guys have not come to my rescue, and I put the blame on you guys. You guys have your own lives to live. Like, yes, I might need your help. Yes, I need you guys to come help, but it's not a must. Why you've not been able to come helping? Not really.
Now you see,
and also in helping
today are now normalizing that if they don't get what they expect, they are now depressed. So
and then it's first of all, let me first say this. I may even be helping you, but then there is a certain point where I may not understand. I'm not God. I may not get to see what is there. On the part of depression on the people, among the people that will always irritate me, is people who use being angry or something happening. What do they call it? PTSD. To not do things. You're there. You be there, someone is jazzing you. Let me say an example. Like this person, we fought together like years back. My mom was in 30. That was 3 years ago. Why are you still tying yourself on that? Then you'll be there, Musimang depression. Which life are you living in? I want to live in the life you're living in where things don't change.
And the person you're holding the grudge on is already moving on with life.
Exactly.
He doesn't know what is happening.
you find they have made it in life, they have everything.
Yeah, even though they don't have everything, their life is still moving on. I think we just need to give people room, space, and be like, because I may piss you today, and I will not know. I will never find out unless you tell me. And that's where effective communication comes in.
True.
Because in life, people have different things. We may even look alike, we may think alike on some things, but boss.
You know, it's like this scenario of we are seated here and I just take a look at that tree, you guys are talking, and then you get this perception of this girl is not listening to us. I don't know what is going on. Maybe something has taken my mind off. But you get that thing. She's not a listening person.
Yeah.
She open up some grudge. I go back to my bed. I sleep, and to receive a call, they're telling me Ruby is pissed. Ethan is pissed. I'm like, what happened? What is going on?
And news is spreading again.
Rumors.
Everyone has their own side of the story.
Communication is there. Open up to your friends, open up to people that
Yeah.
you talk to, check on friends, because I don't know, we were talking about the world, but we ended up in depression. 'cause the world
It also has that, you people. And also, first of all, the friends the people you call your friends, do you know that you can be there? And the person you're calling your friend is the snake next to you. In your head, you're like, this is my friend. You're meditating, you're praying.
put my hand.
You can put your hand, you'll go through fire on fire, you'll be there. When I'm out of alibi, all that.
True.
But that person you find out, before you move on to the next thing, let me even share this story. There is someone, like, we were friends. I thought we were friends for some time. So this person wasn't here, and I asked them, what's wrong? Then they were like, I'm tired of people. I didn't click to the thing. So later on when I started, I was like, but hold on. I was like, okay. I was like, the person was like, I'm tired of people, I just need a break, chi. But this person that was tired of people was still with other people. And I was like, but hold on. So like, they told me, like, was it like in the morning? Then like when I went home and all that, before you sleep, then you're thinking, I evaluate every day. I was like, but hold on.
Which people are those?
Which people? I was like, okay. Ruby, what do you mean? That's one of the most heartbreaking things.
Friends are so unpredictable.
Yeah, and
That's
that's
why
people that
they
we
say-
call friends.
That's why they say communication is key. So if something is bothering me, I can come and talk to you and be like, okay, yeah, that person may have told you they are tired of people, but wouldn't it be better if someone tells you than to...
Exactly.
To
And
live
that person told me from day one that, okay, you've been doing this. So when I shouldn't tell the person, like, maybe they need room. Thinking about it.
Actually, whenever I'm talking to my dad, I'm like, Daddy, I'm going out with friends. Are you going out with friends, associates, classmates, colleagues? Classify it very well. So, I'm going out with like, what do you mean? What do you really call friends? Like, what's that?
Yeah. And I think that's another problem. Everyone is your friend
Your
because
friends, yes, you guys don't know how to classify.
yeah, we don't have to classify because as once here with you in some restaurant, we made noise.
We are your friends.
Surprisingly, I'm your friend.
My friend.
We're just we've just associated
Yes.
together, and we can hold a conversation, and it moves on. You guys, not everyone you talk to is your friend. We may laugh, but I'm not your friend. If you were to count my friends, this hand won't be full. But I talk to many people. But you're there, and then when one person annoys you, you're like, the guy is like, when were we friends?
Not everyone that smiles with you, not everyone that talks to you, is your friend. People are just people.
And they don't wish bad for you. Actually, we are just normal people. We just wish the best for you. But then we are not close. We are just doing our own things on this planet. God knows what we are doing, but we are not friends. And many people, when you go to the same school, then later on you have left that place, and they are still like ours. We were not friends. We were surprisingly in the same school, in the same class or same dormitory, but we are not. We can just hold a conversation and it moves on.
It's like you moving school and then someone finds you maybe outside school. Maybe you don't greet them or you just say hi. And then when she goes back or he goes back to friends, like, I met this guy, we were once friends, man. Classmates.
Exactly, we were classmates. We were in the same school.
We didn't have a lot.
We didn't have a lot, and we still don't have a lot, and we are not going to have a lot. We are just
Okay, Robin. Enough with friends. But anyway, I had a question. In the coming years, do you think they are suitable for raising your kids?
The world is what you make it. Because a lot is going on outside there. But it is suitable for us. Like my parents, they've been able to rise up, So the world is what you make it. So if I base on the world outside there and I'm like, my kids won't survive in this world. No, it's me to make them survive. It's me to bring them up. And I'm like, I can survive everywhere, So I think in the future, my kids can really have a great home.
To supplement on what Matty has said, I think the reason why many people think that it won't be okay is we are reading books of parenting of 1700. We are in 2025. Someone had said that they were like talking, and then they were like talking to parents. That's me. I was listening, but this person was like, if you're a parent there, and you know you're going to start, why aren't you like your elder sibling? And that's the first child. You're going to raise one child to raise the others. Just stop stressing the entire system, stop giving birth, stop from there. Because we are all different. So the way you raise this person is not the same way you're going to raise this person, because we have different strengths, we have different weaknesses. So me personally, I believe children can grow in the next generation. And another thing, this thing of we are cooked, you come to see the problems we have now were there years ago. Let's start with them. Drugs were there. Alcohol was there. People were out on media. Magazines were there. People were exposed by magazines. Radio was there. Novels were there. Media has always been there, but every time you hear elders saying the social media has done, I'm like, hold on. It has been there. So the problems have always been there. It's just that now we are more people, because the population of Uganda 30 years ago, it's not the same. There are people doing it, but now we are many, so everyone is there. Because when ladies were starting to pierce their ears, someone was telling me that at their time they were like, you're a prostitute, because there were people doing it. But now, come on,
but
it's a normal thing.
Don't you think those problems have been amplified like throughout the years?
They are being amplified because the population is also growing.
Yes, more people are involved in it.
Few people were doing it back then, but the population was low, and the percentage of those doing it was a bit low. Sometimes it would go unnoticed.
Yeah.
But now there are very many people. Yes, we have that influence. Social media, yes, they've also impacted.
Media has always been there.
Yeah, it has always been there, but
it has just grown. Because there are more people.
Its own impact on
it. Because you can see another problem that we were talking about, maybe currently people have different views, but then something like homosexuality. All the way from the Bible. In Genesis, those are years ago, before Jesus came, before who? It was there. But now people are there. Now people can want to talk, and they're like, it's a problem from Hell's Gates. It has just come, and you're like, okay, it's from Hell's Gates.
It's because of the Western culture.
How Western culture? Come on, it was there.
Like you said, piercings, like how someone can pierce their ears. Long time, I don't think it's the same. Like today, you find someone, the whole body is pierced. But now, long time, I think there was some sort of a moral character in, like, especially the ladies. Now, the way they used to dress back in the day is not the same they dress. It's not the same way they dress now.
About piercings, I think people have different perspectives about piercings. One might look at those too many piercings as beauty.
Yeah, beauty lies in the hands of the beholder, but we can still make it work. We can still make it work.
You look at someone, she's having like no space remain, and she looks in the mirror and she's like, oh wow, yeah.
Carefully and wonderfully.
Okay. So it's someone's perception, piercing. Some things are done because I want to do it.
But then there are some things that are all way bad.
Some things are excessive, like you find someone, okay, tattoos. You find someone's face is full of tattoos. Their identity is literally gone.
Recently, I was watching something, and they were talking about Christians that are having tattoos. Like, is it bad for a Christian to have a tattoo? Do you think it's bad?
Me, I don't think, but excessive, that's too bad.
You're only talking about a tattoo being something bad.
No, how do you count something as too much? Because you have different weighing scales. Someone may see 5 kilograms, or let's say sugar a lot, and someone will see 1.
Can I ask you, if you're to look at someone who has tattoos all over his body, like even the face, even inside the eyes, so like that person's identity.
Yes, to me it will look odd, but then yesterday, this story is funny. So I was somewhere, so a guy enters, is buying stuff. Then some other people were there, he had parked his bike there. Like people were passing and he wasn't caring. So guy came dressed in something. Guys, reflex, they're going to steal my bike. Not until the guy he was buying from was like, don't worry, I know that guy is. But then he was in his, and it's not like he was
already insecure in his
yeah,
mind.
this person was like, this guy is going to steal my bike. And not like this guy was, at times are like all part of one so that people with a lot of money. He was just a normal person. But then when he saw the guy, was like, my bike is not living, it's not safe. No. So I think at times it just lies on what we are trying to weigh it as. Because you may weigh something as good, yet it's bad. So I think it just depends on what we are seeing it as. But for me, someone has very many tattoos. I also be some distance, please. I may not, it will take time for me to really accept you the way you are. Because we accept.
How many is too many?
Yes, now that's the question. We have different skills, but to accept, we are supposed to accept people the way they are, but then you accept what is in the heart. That's the thing. You don't accept what's on the face. So as by the face, you may be like yo, but when you get to know the person, you're like, oh, this is it.
So as we wrap up, this question is going to be the last. But how did the question? You can ask.
I had a question. In all this, one saying about life that you're like, really? That one thing which you're like, no, this is a lie. And or else one thing which you're like, okay, it may look bad, but I appreciate it.
One thing, it might look bad, but I appreciate it.
Like saying, oh, a law of life. That you appreciate.
That I appreciate. I think I've not yet come to a discovery. I've not yet discovered what I would really go in for.
So, something that may look bad to other people, but I see it. For me, I think the difficulties of life, if I get a problem, I see it as a blessing. Although I'm not happy when it's happening.
People.
Yeah, I have some positive mindset and I'm like, it's happening for a reason. God gave me this bad thing.
But also sometimes positivity, man, it doesn't work all the time.
There are times you try to become positive.
But it has failed. Like you cannot. No.
You first try with us because sometimes.
Don't you think that when something bad happens, God has given it to you for you to learn something from?
Yes. I believe He has given it to me for me to learn. But then there is a time when you're consoling yourself about something, like you're supposed to be doing something with someone, and in your heart you're consoling yourself. You know that in your head, this person is going to do the opposite. Let's say you want to meet with someone and discuss something, you know this person is going to do the opposite. You wake up, you're like, calm down, it's going to be well. You reach there, and the person still does even worse than you expected. You're like,
Positivity.
It's good.
It's set point.
Yeah.
That's where it ends.
It's necessary, but it's some hard thing. I appreciate you for being positive.
I'd rather positivity than negativity. So, I'd rather be positive in everything.
You'd rather be neutral.
Yeah.
I'd rather be
not neutral.
you can be neutral, but life will tell you, I am not. You have visited the wrong person.
So, this as we wrap up this question.
Sorry,
Like,
and one thing I'd like to say is one law I've come to admire is life is unfair. I love the fact that life is unfair. And to be fair to someone, you need to owe them. Like that person owes you. Life does not owe us anything. Every time I'm like, life is unfair, and I admire the fact because it may be unfair positively or negatively today.
So in your view, how has it been unfair? Like around you?
Like, and there are times where you're like, you didn't deserve this, but you have it at the end of the day. It was unfair to someone. And it was still unfair to you because many times you count being unfair on the negative side. But as Ethan, there are times when life is unfair, but it is positive. You know, you have not put in the work, you have not put in the effort, but then you've seen someone put the effort to achieve what you have, yet you just one day, maybe because of connections or maybe because of your talent that you just put out once, you have that thing.
Okay, so that's a lot really to be.
Yeah, I appreciate. Life is unfair. I love it that way, and it should stay that way, please.
But
no one should come trying to change
to
it.
add on to what you said, you said something about how you said something about I forgot.
Life owing you something.
No, something about how like deserving something.
Not having something you do not deserve
You
at
do
all.
not deserve.
So
like, you achieve it out of parents' connection.
The way you look,
The
you have
way
a
you
certain
look.
talent, you've ever been there.
But someone is there working hard for that. She's sweating, she's praying, she's like, God, I really want to get.
But for me, on the other hand, I believe you get exactly what you deserve. So even if it's bad, even if it's good, you deserve it.
So you are against that thing of life.
It is unfair.
Unfair. You're
Yeah.
against
Me, I think life is how we make it.
So how do you're looking forward to making life fair? How would you do that? Because you know this world, we are really life is
Today-
really unfair.
Me, I don't think life can be fair because at a certain point you need to be above others in all things. So yeah.
Be above others. Okay.
Yeah. So let me give an example. If everyone was rich, would being rich be fun? Would it be valuable?
And don't you see? Not everyone is meant to be rich. But then there is someone who has attended master classes on how to make money. They have started every kind of business. But they are not rich. But this one person will just wake up one day. We'll start a small scale restaurant. Next thing you know, these people are big. So I admire that fact.
That is also a fact to be admired.
So you people, as we close all this, me what I have seen, we all have different thoughts about life. But that thought that you have, you can add it there. We can talk about it. We can cut our cake. This time we are going to make our cake and again eat it. So we can cut it and try to make this cake smaller and digest it and see. But life is full of hurdles. It's there. But as I told you, it is unfair. If we learn to embrace what it brings to us, it may look fair, but it will always be unfair. And we'll always admire that fact if we are to see it from all angles. I remain Rubini Murunji Chembo, and today I've been dressed by the man himself, the fashion icon, Derrick Collections at the Massey Complex. So thank you very much.
Our major topic was mainly about the perception about the world, but it later went into different,
Still the world.
different perspectives, but it's still the world. So if you're out there watching us, you can send in your reviews. You can send in next topics that you would want us to share with the world. We'll always be there to discuss them with you. Send your thoughts about what we've discussed. Throw in more light, because as they've said, it's a piece of cake that has to be digested very well. Share. This is my closet, so no one dress me up.
This is my closet.
This is my closet, so thank you so much. I remain Matita. I'm Matita, or aka Mati.
Come to the end of this video, and it was really interesting. So if you have your reviews about the show, you can comment, you can talk about what we have just discussed. And once again, I am dressed by Derrick Collections at the Massey Complex, and the person behind the camera is Mark Shots. We are live from Whitehorse in Kabale. Thanks.